All right, let's just jump right into it. We hear a ton of noise and hype about artificial intelligence every single day, but today we are skipping the hype and looking at the hard data. Based on research from major institutions like the World Economic Forum, McKinsey, Goldman Sachs, and Oxford University, there's a very specific data-backed list of 15 jobs that are quietly evaporating from the American workforce by 2030. You probably worked one of them, your parents definitely did, and there's a very real chance your kids are studying for one of them right now. In this explainer, we're going to break down the exact data that the news just isn't showing you.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the AI job extinction and the expected casualties. Then we're going to uncover the white-collar illusion, reveal a few high-skill shockers, dive into the huge problem of the missing bottom rung, and finally, wrap up with the jobs that survive. Okay, part 1, the AI job extinction and the staggering macro data.
Before we even get into the specific roles, we literally just have to grasp the sheer scale of what is happening here. By 2030, a staggering 92 million jobs will disappear worldwide, according to the World Economic Forum. And Goldman Sachs, they go even further, reporting that 300 million jobs are currently exposed to automation. This is not some distant sci-fi prediction for 2050, this is happening right now, over the next handful of years.
Moving into part 2, the expected casualties, specifically admin and customer service.
Look, this first wave isn't happening with these huge, loud mass layoffs. It's happening super quietly through just attrition and tech upgrades. Think about data entry in call centers, the jobs a lot of our parents had. Today, language models can read, sort, and log thousands of documents an hour. And honestly, they make way fewer mistakes than a human does. Or look at bank tellers. Every time someone downloads a banking app, that effectively replaces a person. Give it 10 years, and your local branch is probably just going to be a lobby with 2 ATMs and 1 manager. That's not a guess. That is already baked into the closure schedules of major banks.
And the data backing this up is just terrifyingly clear. Look at this research from Oxford University. Telemarketers and medical transcriptionists are facing a 99% automation probability. 99%. That is literally the highest score Oxford has ever measured. I mean, hospitals right now are just quietly choosing not to replace transcriptionists when they leave. The collapse in that field already happened, and nobody even wrote about it.
And when Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, comes out and says AI will take over a large share of phone and chat-based support, he is not giving us a warning. He's announcing a product roadmap. AI platforms are already resolving something like 70 to 85% of Tier 1 support tickets without a human ever even being contacted. This is the single largest workforce facing near-term displacement, and make no mistake, it is entirely by design.
Let's step into part 3, the white-collar illusion. Because those safe office jobs, they are up next.
Now we're moving into the buildings that people really thought were safe, roles that supposedly require a college degree and nuanced human judgment. Take translators. They lost their strong middle-class footing to AI in just 3 years. Or copywriters. This exact dynamic is why the Writers Guild went on strike for 148 days back in 2023. Marketing agencies are already using AI to churn out ad copy for like 10% of what it used to cost, and they're projecting 11,000 ad jobs will just vanish by 2030. Honestly, people who write for a living, they're the canary in the coal mine right now.
And the sheer math here has pretty much already ended the conversation. Check this out. AI-native accounting platforms can now handle transaction categorization, payroll, and basic financial reporting, the whole shebang, for under $300 a month. Compare that to a human bookkeeper who might cost a firm upwards of 60 grand a year. A $300 a month calculator doesn't sleep, it doesn't take vacations, and it definitely doesn't miss deadlines during tax season.
And you see the exact same pattern whether you're in a retail checkout line or a high-end law firm studied by Stanford. Take paralegals. AI tools like Harvey & Co-Counsel are reviewing contracts and drafting standard documents with 90% accuracy right now. Because of that, paralegal salaries are already dropping by 10 to 15% in major markets. Companies aren't just firing everyone on day one, they're just shrinking the overall headcount and paying the remaining people less. We're seeing the exact same thing with cashiers. Self-checkout at Walmart or Target isn't just a convenience feature, it is a massive workforce transition strategy that's already hit 25% adoption across American retail.
Okay, part 4. The high-skill shockers. These are the roles nobody expected to see on this list. Let's talk about the jobs families are literally paying massive college tuition for right now, totally assuming they're future-proof. Take radiology technicians. AI diagnostic tools are now matching and sometimes even beating human accuracy on standard X-rays and basic CT scans. Now, hospitals aren't firing their senior radiologists, but they are absolutely shrinking that support layer around them. That medical technology career track is just quietly fading away. And look at the data analysis sector here.
According to the World Economic Forum, 53% of a junior analyst's daily tasks can now be done by AI. But a senior analyst, only 9% of their work is automated. And that perfectly highlights where the real danger is. You don't necessarily get fired. Your job just stops showing up at your desk because the software is handling all that first-pass research before you even open the file.
Then there's this one, which nobody really wanted to hear. The CEO of Anthropic came out in April 2025 and publicly stated that AI won't just be helping us code, it will be writing essentially all code within 12 months. It's a brutal irony, isn't it? The very same tech industry that told every college kid for a decade to learn the code is now actively replacing the junior developers who actually went out and learned it. We've seen junior developer job postings in the US just plummet by over 30% since early 2024.
Which brings us to part 5, the missing bottom rung, and the overarching pattern behind all of this.
This is arguably the most critical revelation of this entire explainer. AI isn't eating the top of the org chart, it is eating the bottom rung entirely. If legal research is where every single attorney used to start their career, and AI just takes that ladder away, we are left with a profession that literally has no bottom rung. Unless industries completely redesign how they train people, and let's be real, right now they aren't, the pipeline for the next generation of senior professionals is being erased before they can even start working.
So let's get into part 6, the jobs that survive and what AI absolutely cannot touch.
It isn't all doom and gloom here. But if you look at the 15 jobs that are disappearing, they all share one fatal trait. The work is routine, it's highly structured, and it's super easy to verify. A machine can do the exact same thing every single day without needing judgment. But the jobs that survive? They require a messy, physical, real-world presence. They require complex negotiation and making decisions that actually cost something if you get them wrong. A language model simply cannot replace real human accountability. So we're talking about nurses, electricians, plumbers, therapists, teachers. These are the high-trust, physically present roles that you just can't reduce to a script. It's the people who physically show up in a room to fix a bursting pipe, or calm a nervous patient, or manage a chaotic classroom of kids. These skilled trades, healthcare roles, and senior specialist positions, they are deeply, firmly anchored in the messy reality of the physical world.
So, look back at the list we just went through and ask yourself a really hard question. Which of these 15 jobs are you in right now? Or which one is your kid studying for? Is the paycheck coming to your door actually safe? Or has your industry quietly removed that bottom rung while you weren't looking? It is time to take a really hard look at your career trajectory and decide, are you doing routine tasks that a machine can just check off? Or are you doing the messy, deeply human work that the future still desperately needs? Definitely something to think about.